Just never give up. But sometimes too, it's difficult for you to succeed if you don't know your goal. You don't know the direction. You just want to sing, release song, but there's no plan. It's difficult. I think that it's just being an artist is all about singing. You know, the artist is the whole package. So brand them how you brand yourself. That's how people text you. If I want to work on a project, I don't have the finance. I pack my bag. I go to Norway 3 months, 4 months. Lijante, come back and do my project.
Beautiful. Welcome back to another episode of Generation Next. It's never easy. In Gambia, of course, most of us will find ourselves saying that. Now, would you leave your comfort zone? And when I say comfort zone, I mean, should you find yourself in Europe or anywhere else, would you leave that to come back home? Well, we shall find out. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my guest today, Mr. Alhaji Singhateh, a musician, an artist, and a Gambian for that matter. Mr. Singhateh.
A musician, artist, and a producer.
And a producer. Very well said. It's a pleasure that we're hosting you today here on Generation Next.
Thank you, and I'm glad to be here as well.
What are your earliest memories that reflect who you are today?
Or
childhood memories, if you like.
Childhood memories. I forgot about some of them, but I think childhood memories. I remember when we were young, when we were playing outside, we used to pick a lot of coins. You play around in the sun, suddenly you find $1, $2. But today you can do that, you will not find anything. That I remember before. I don't know whether people accidentally threw money or however it is, but I remember that vividly in my head. At that time when we are playing, we can pick coins here and there. So time of the so generation pass. So maybe people say neighborhoods, but yeah, it's worldwide right now. So not only Gambia.
Why are musicians important in a society?
Well, musicians are very, very important. Very, very important. In a way that whereby it's more than just entertainment. A politician can just stand, talk, people might listen and then lose interest. But when a musician is there to advocate for something, with the rhythm behind, people have interest suddenly. And musicians, when they talk, it goes a long way.
Right.
And also, they can sell the image of a country very quickly. Today Nigeria is known for good reason when it comes to music. People are shouting their names because their artists are global stars today. So musicians are very important in societies. We bring happiness.
Yeah? And that's very important.
Excitement. Yeah.
That's very important. So would you say, therefore, growing up as a child, music influences your choice?
No, growing up as a child was just for the love of liking music. Growing up, having your uncles that early in the morning, they wake up to music, even without eating. You hear music playing all the time. You were young, so you grow up like that. And then suddenly you start memorizing those songs and get to junior school, start joining drama groups. The influence there, we love singing, singing, playing at school enterprise giving days, all those kind of things. So it was just more or less like a hobby.
Okay.
Until later, when I get to Gambia High, that's when everything changed, So it was more or less like a hobby from childhood days. So, yeah.
Okay. So you've mentioned joining drama, and we know how important it is to, as a child going to school, joining extracurricular activities. Mm-hmm. Because for one, when you grow up, then it defines, perhaps in terms of public speaking, it does help.
Yeah.
But again, looking at the society, our culture, the environment we are, certain young people probably love music and want to venture into that. But of course, you find yourself, probably your parents, your guidance might not actually support that. Now, and it's in the same society we're talking about. How was it for you?
Yeah, well, for me personally, I never thought I'm gonna be a musician. To be honestly,
Tell us what
never.
changed.
Because what changes, as I said, it was more or less like a hobby at the time. We just organize our own little funerals here, perform just to satisfy ourselves. But then the narration changes when I was in Gambia High School. Even that in my grade 10, 11, I'll be singing in the class with my friends, so making all those noise. So it's come like more or less like,
Naturally.
yes.
Yeah.
So when I did the song between Gambia High School and St. Augustine's called Gamsense Reconciliation, these two schools were big rivals back then.
Okay.
And then there was a year whereby there was a big incident at the Independence Stadium. Some student died during that fight between these two schools. So those who know the history of Gambia
Is it
High
the
Schools,
April 10th, 11th?
no, that one was
Different from
a
that.
school, a student demonstration. This one is like Gambia High School and St. Augustine. They are always competing, both sports and academics, and we are neighbors, so we don't like each other. So there was a year when that problem happens, and then some student died. Then they organized a team trying to see how best they can reconcile these two schools for like a whole 1 week program. And during this 1 week program, we have different activities: football, basketball, drama, symposium, all of those kind of things. So my friends, knowing that I love singing, so therefore saying, "But why can't you also do a song? You have to see how you can unite these two schools."
Wow.
Jokingly, I wrote a song. They introduced me to a producer, Hakim Sons of Light. We had some Americans, and then when I released the song become a big hit in Gambia. Many people who are listening doesn't know the song. Become popular song.
Tell us the
And
song.
then
Which song was it? That's the title of the song.
and the program was sponsored by the ex-president, yeah, Jimmy at the time.
Oh.
So the program was very successful. So when the song was out, I was the artist of the student.
Okay.
So then from there, start writing songs. I bring out
Which song was this?
Gamsense Reconciliation.
Okay.
You should check it out on YouTube.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, that's my first song. You should check it
Okay.
out. So maybe some of the viewers knew about it. So
Okay.
then from there, come with another song, Give More Message to the Youths, which was also another popular song, went very, very far. And then after I graduated from high school, then that's where the passion started. After I graduated from high school, I'm like, you know what? So why won't I just do music? Then I get into music, and suddenly it pays off. Yeah.
So how was the music industry then? Because you talk to many youth now, and they tell you it's really very hard if you don't have anyone supporting you. Because for one, you need finance. We all understand that.
Yeah.
And when you're doing the music, I'm sure it involves so many things. Perhaps you can tell us. And how was it?
Nothing good comes easy. When I was doing music, like seriously, today it's easy that you can just find studios in every hood. That time we don't have a lot of choices, a lot of options. So me trying to produce an album was very difficult. But this guy, I told you, he's a producer, Hakim. When he saw my talent, he believed in me, and then we work on a project. And then after we completed that project, we are looking for sponsor to release the album. We don't have money, and then I did a song for National AIDS Secretariat at the time, and then suddenly they sponsored the project for me to put that song in the album. So that's when I went to produce that album. So when the album was out, it was a huge success, I could say. That time I think it was one of the fastest selling temple album that time, where I featured Jelba Kura de Samusu. So so the album was very popular. Yeah.
YouTube.
So when the album was out, those start happening. That's actually from grade 10, 11, when I start releasing those singles. My mom doesn't like it before. They think that when you start singing, you have to be smoking weed or drinking alcohol and all those stuff. But none of those things doesn't influence my passion for music. And she let me just do what I gotta do. Before you knew, I started paying my own school fees from grade 11 to 12.
Really?
Yeah, because that time there are a lot of youth groups in town, so I just performed here. You get little change here and there, so it was working. Then when I released my first album, then the doors to travel came. Then that's how I was able to export my music from outside.
Did you write the music yourself?
Yeah. Both, I think the oldest album that I wrote, I didn't write one or two songs, wasn't spoken. But the rest of my album, I wrote everything
So
myself.
you write all.
Yeah, write everything, come with my own melodies, come with my own ideas, just as I'm creating today. So that's how it is. It's never easy though, but then today the youths find it easy because they have someone they can knock onto and ask for help. But before it was more analog. So yeah.
Okay, so what would you say? Because you're saying it's now easy today. But like I told you, you engage most young, probably upcoming artists, and they tell you it's still, of course, it's never easy. But what are some of the things that are available today that you see today that you felt wasn't available during your time?
Today you can easily find out what do you need to build up a studio. Before you just say that no, everything looks like old and digital. You don't even know how to operate them. But today we have technology has evolved, so you can easily get a computer, you can easily get a microphone, you can easily all those things were not easy to get by then. But today you can get them at a very reasonable prices. So it's like them before when we are doing it, I remember my production was before more analog, nothing like computerized and all those stuff. So today it's easy that you can just go to YouTube and find out what you want to find out.
Okay, so YouTube can actually be the guide, a
It
source of
can be a guide,
guidance.
lot of guide. You can go. So before internet wasn't even available here, for us to find out and be able to stream and find out what you want to know online.
You were doing music and continue to do music, and of course, anyone that listen to your music, you do beautiful, beautiful music. I must applaud you for that.
Thank you.
But then you traveled out of the country
Yeah.
and you continue to do music,
Mhm.
and you're back. What influenced your choice of coming back?
Well, I think as I first traveled through music from Gambia was in 2006.
So it's because of music you traveled.
Yes, from 2006. That's when I first left this country. Well, when I went to America, people think I'm not gonna come back. I went, and then I told you that I've been going around from 2006 all the way to 2014, 15. So it was 15 when I decided to stay in Europe. Then I stayed there, and then I was doing music. I was still doing my tours in Europe, and then I went on to study what I'm doing here today. Knowing that passionately, if I wanted to stay in Europe, I would have stayed long time ago because I've been traveling long. I would have absconded like any other artist did before. So knowing that my passion for music is too high, and then my success, all gates were open through music. So I'm like, why not? Why do I have to venture into something else? If I don't want to sing today, I can just come into production. And today, the way the industry is going, these young boys, they need guidance. They need people who have been there, done it, and seen it. So at least we didn't have those role models before that went and came back or that did a lot and came. But they are lucky they can come with their project. I can advise them. They can come on production. Some of them will come here for music classes. Some of them come for production classes. So yeah. So I think that like in Norway, obviously I'm very known there. A lot of people know me there. But I think my work feel more value where you came from. Here you feel more value because there you have a lot of people doing the same thing. Here we don't have. Yes.
Were you at any point influenced
To stay.
to use the back way?
No, God forbid. I will not even cross Bara with the
And
even this bar I will not cross it.
even if the dekabi is still that hard that young people of now are actually doing that.
Yes, but I think it's the misconception. They don't know what is out there.
Okay.
I've been to Italy, I've been to Germany, I've been to Spain, and that's where we have a lot of this illegal migrants staying at. I've seen the condition they are living. Nobody told me. I've seen it myself. They come to my soul, and I have seen how they sleep, how they have the life they are living. Not every one of them, but it's not easy. So if for someone, even people of us who are living in Scandinavia, you have the best life there, but we still say, there's no place like home. But everybody wants to try. You cannot stop no one. But I think if you're gonna try, you try the right way, and then knowing that you are staying in Europe with the right purpose. Because being there alone illegally, you can't do anything.
Okay, so you've mentioned the mindset.
Yeah.
How do we then try to change that mindset?
The mindset is like, I think it's not easy to change people's mind because some people are there. I think they don't have talent at all. They don't know what to utilize or what to work on. They haven't graduated from high school, so they lose hope in this country. Like they can do anything, no talent. So sometimes there are a lot of young people here today. You see a lot of our young artists like Jisco, Hussein, they're all doing great. You understand? So that's why I encourage most of them. You come if you think you have a passion for music, let's work on that passion, transform it to profession. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, like I said before, I traveled to America. When I graduated from high school, I used to live in Banjul. All you
Yeah.
think about is Europe,
Yeah.
Europe, Europe, Europe. When I graduated, I tried Spain, rejected. England, rejected. America, rejected. I'm like, you know what? Let me just do my music. I
Obviously.
stayed when I did my music, get my first album from nowhere. A Nigerian promoter come to get me and took me to America. So people are here who can play football. They play football. They have agents. They go outside and start playing in professional league. So if you have talent, I think utilize your talent here, especially if you're a footballer or a musician. You go there, you don't have papers. That's the end of your career.
That's true.
So I think Gambia is tough. Most definitely. Sometimes I even wonder how some people live here. But I think sometimes we expect too much, and
Maybe
people
wishful
who
thinking.
went there knowing the struggle there, when they come back, they don't want to tell them what is actually there.
Now, what advice would you have then for anybody, any young person who is into music but is still finding it hard?
Just never give up. But sometimes too, it's difficult for you to succeed if you don't know your goal, you don't know your direction. You just want to sing, release song, but there's no plan. It's difficult. So some of these artists, you bring them, they don't have a proper house together. When I say proper house, no proper management, no little savings, no. And so even when you have the opportunity to travel, they have zero documents to show for. So if you want, a musician, you think you are good, just put yourself together. Believe in yourself. During my time, I never said I'm the best. They said I'm the best during my time, but I never claim it.
All right.
But I think I have little edge over my fellow artists because I was more organized than them. I just don't wait for concerts, wait for shows. You go out, look for sponsorship, look for advertisement deals here and there. So, because at the end of the day, if there is no show, how would you survive? So these are the little things that the young people have to know. Like most of them, when they come into make sure you have your plan B in place.
Okay.
So yeah, don't depend only on singing because being an artist is like this. If you are there, you making the money, you didn't invest. When you start going down, there's nothing. Then that's it. You start getting frustrated.
We met again at the MSDG fellowship,
Yeah.
right? And when you performed, you did your For the Gambia, very nice song. But because you look at that, you realize that it's more of youth empowerment. And as I scroll through your Facebook, I saw you mentioning something like that, and you saying the Ministry of Lands, I'm coming, something like that.
Something like
So
that.
youth empowerment, you're back with a studio, basically and clearly that you're, like you said, to invest in the youth. Now, how are you doing that? How are you able to get some of these youth and empower them?
Yeah, most of them. Since I'm from Scandinavia and working with MSDG in the first place was last year. I think I have a 6-month project with them here where I've been having. When you look at the gate, when you're going down, we have a lot of programs here. Just want to engage into music production, I teach them music production, mixing, mastering, mentorship program, and branding as an artist. Because people think that it's just being an artist is all about singing. You know, the artist is the whole package. So brand them, how you brand yourself. That's how people text you. So all those things we talk about here. So the project was 6 months. So basic youths were coming for free. They were coming for free. Like today, people were just coming in and out, in and out, in and out for a whole 6 months. So which was in partnership with MSDGs and working on other partners in Scandinavia. So when those come, we're gonna expand the CD. Obviously, as you said, I'm looking towards that to get something from the Ministry of Lands because
Okay.
I think personally, when my friends comes here, like from Norway, they visit their own mission. They think I can. They know me. We work together. They think I can do more than this. I know, but
Right.
when you invest in Gambia, you take it like little test and see how it goes. So from last year to this year, the studio is just 1 year, 6 months, I think. So I've seen a lot of progress, and I think further investment won't be a bad idea.
And I implore the Ministry of Youth and any other ministry to actually help, because if you have young people coming back, leaving their comfort zone, just so they're able to help in changing the mindset of most of us young people, then we should support.
Yeah, that's Gambia. But sometimes that's it. I don't wait for any support. I just do. You know
I know.
what?
Yes, you
You
don't
know.
wait.
Yeah.
You
No, no,
don't
no, no,
wait.
no. I don't wait. As I tell my friends, if I want to work on a project, I don't have the finance. I pack my bag. I go to Norway 3 months, 4 months. Lijante, come
Come
back and do
back.
my project.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So
Thank you.
that's it. Sometimes if you depend on the government too, sometimes you get frustrated. Just yeah, you just have to be committed in what you do and how much sacrifice you want to make. Cora is my favorite.
Why?
There's so much emotion in it,
Okay.
and most Cora player they play on a key that I like. I don't know whether you know music too much. You know too much. They play on a root note that I like to sing on.
Okay.
So Cora is always one of my favorite instruments, and I think as well coming from Gambia, Kora represent us very well. Actually, right now, it's happening rapidly,
Yeah.
because Nepal and deal with they all know. So we try to introduce more of live recording, which give more quality and also give more um, platform for your music, especially when you come to the outside world. Because today, music, what we hear from this young generation artists is all downloaded beats from the YouTube or sample packs here and there. The music is not rich as such compared to other countries. So that's the mindset we're trying to change, and that's why you come to the studio. Uh, you can find anything here.
The
We have
guitar.
the guitars, we have the bass, we have the drum set, we have the keyboard. Percussions are in that room there, so we can just bring everything. At least find our culture, mix it with the modern music, and then we have our own sound. And also the quality of recording that we give here. So proper microphones, we have a lot of different type of microphones here. So these are the things we like in Gambia here. Most of the cities that I've been to, I've seen, because I studied in a music school in Norway. So when I see an equipment, I can know what it does right from there. But I think also it has to deal with the financial support. Most of them are not exposed outside. So the basic thing that they have, that's what they will use.
True.
Yeah. So I think we need more people to come back home. And then I know quite a lot of people, quite few people that have studied sound in Europe, but they're yet to be home. Probably when they all come, we find something. I think I have some songs that will never die.
Oh yeah.
Like
I
like
like
this
that.
song.
I
This song
like
will never
that.
die. As I
No.
said, this song will never die. So sometimes it's good that you have songs that will live on for many years. Each time people hear them, they think it's
It's
released
new.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's the quality of proper programming, writing properly, knowing that this is what people want. So I have a lot of songs that I think people remember, and also I think I want to impact life of a lot of young people as well. So when they say, "Oh, I learned this from Singhateh," or "He did this, he did that,"
Yeah.
it's kind of things.
At least you're inspiring
It's
the
exactly.
generation
Yeah.
to follow your steps, which is good.
Football, gym. I don't play football. I love watching football. I don't play football anymore. I love watching football, gym, sometimes food. When I'm tired here, if I leave my house, I know that I'm tired. Because sometimes when you're locked in here, you walk, you just get
Yeah.
tired. So I just locked and go to my VU with my boys, turntable, chat, play cards. Those are the little things. But I have my little gym behind here, but I do go to the gym, socialize with people a little more. So
You
fine,
are?
I like old school music, like this kind of that was John Hill, Love and Affection.
Okay.
So this kind of vibe. Because most of the time, all these new music that are coming is more or less they are copying each other. So if I want to listen to conscious music, I just go roots in the 90s, listen to some nice reggae, Glenn Washington, Ijaman, Gregory. So those are the kind of vibe that you have me
The
up.
boost you.
I think
That's
that's a long
music.
time ago. That was in Malmo, Sweden.
Okay.
We're supposed to perform there like on Friday.
Yeah.
We left here on Thursday. We couldn't get there on Friday. When we got there on Saturday itself, and you have to perform with the band.
Really?
And then you landed in Stockholm. You have to travel back to Malmo. with all the stress.
Mm.
You get there, you have only 1 hour or less than 1 hour with the band because we get there very late.
Mm.
So you are totally exhausted and you have to perform again. So I think that was the most challenging thing I ever remember. But it went well. But yeah, it could be disappointing too.
But you
But
didn't
other
give
than
up
no, giving
like
up
that.
is
Yeah.
not.
Keep pushing regardless.
Mhm.
And
Like
oftentimes, what I realized, such occasions would then turn out to be, if not the best, but something
it
closer.
was really people. We are late,
Yeah.
but it was nice.
Good.
We did it. It was really nice. So I think that was the thing that I would avoid. That I would never travel 2 3 days before your show. At least go few weeks or so. You know. Yeah. And depending on the context,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
But as people say, keep it up. Keep it up is a good advice.
Yeah. Keep it up. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Keep it up.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
what I can say. You are doing great work. Because even when I met the minister, Bakari,
Bakari
Bakari
Baji.
Baji
Youth
and
of
Talib, I
sports.
met all of them at Jalimadis luncheon. So they were all applauding of what I'm doing when I first up on the studio.
Right.
So he even think that I'm doing part of his job.
Yeah.
So I think it's high time all of them, Minister of Youths, let's empower the youth. There's a lot of talent in this country.
True.
And my dream is to be forced to have music school here. Whereby you don't have to learn you don't have to learn everything, but know the basic rules. No, I think it's very important. But because most of them are just doing this blindly, and they are very talented. You know.
Yes.
I think the worst advice was Bunyi Gambia.
Bunyibi Gambia.
Yeah.
And who said that to you?
People they think that it's not gonna work. But when they all come to holiday, they think, hey boy, I get cheap. So I go and find them there. It's the same thing, the same hustle.
Ah.
But yeah, you at your own home, you at your working for yourself is the most beautiful thing ever.
Okay.
Work for yourself is the most beautiful thing. That no, it's no stress, but we all know you have to be running against time. Sometimes you have to go to work. You don't even have to eat properly, thinking that you're gonna get late.
Oh.
So it's not easy out there, but I think every youth man can do it. All what I advise them is the worst thing is to do in Gambia is to come without a business plan. If you don't have anything that will bring income for you, don't try it. You will not be able to stay here, especially when you are used to the life over there. But I find few friends that came back home. They're all investing. Like my friend is running from Sweden. He's running the restaurant that I told you about, Kampekai.
Okay. Nice.
He's running a restaurant there, doing fish business at the same time. I have another one who from Sweden he's one who painted the studio.
Really?
So he also run have a painting company. So people are coming bit by bit.
Yeah.
So I think these are things that they all come in trying to employ a few people here.
Nice.
So I think people start coming soon.
So we will be happy to meet those friends of yours.
Yes, most definitely. They are doing very great.
Beautiful.
Right now, and it's working out for them. And the good thing is they don't say it in my face, so I don't care. And if you put it in my face, then yes, but they don't. Maybe you can talk behind, and if I don't hear anything, then it doesn't bother me. So whoever think that you will never have a critic, then you are wrong. So just all I know that I have my mission, I have my plans, and I work towards that. That's it. Let them believe in themselves. And as we said, yes, when they come, bro, I think them try, and you also want to try.
Yeah.
Yes, you can try, but not through that Mediterranean Sea. It's hard out there. But at the same time, I keep telling them, if you want to stay, make sure you stay off for a right purpose. Yes, it's good. You can go develop yourself because traveling alone is like it opens your mind. You get to know things that people who have never traveled don't know or cannot even see or think
Widen
of.
your horizon.
Yeah, so that's why sometimes when my friends are boy, they can be with you, boy, you stupid. It's not. It's about traveling. Sometimes you can travel, you don't have money, but when you travel, you see things differently. So let the youth stay strong. If you have a passion for music or you want to get into production, this is the place you can only find. Yeah.
What's the name of your studio?
Pack Music.
Pack?
Pack Music.
Pack Music is the place
You know what's
to
the
be.
meaning of Pack Music?
No. What does it mean?
Most of them will come with their songs here. Because I make them known. I don't record any song. You know? You come with your song, I listen to it, doesn't make sense, and then, bro, it doesn't make sense. So we work together.
Okay.
For me, it's an insult. Like they come into a musician, and then you want to work on the song, knowing that the song is not good. You want me to produce, and you go and throw that outside. I don't. So I help them arrange their songs, help them, give them ideas. Sometimes give them melodies, give them punchline here. Same time I produce for them. So when we say pack music, it's like package.
Oh,
That's what it means.
fantastic.
So you come, you just don't come. You go to other studios, they are just music producers. They are not musicians. They cannot direct you how to sing. So whatever you want, you just record. All they do is to mix and give you a song. You go. But here you come, any fault, I make sure we work it together.
Right.
So you are coming to get a whole package here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we've all heard him, very young person. Please come. And of course, Mr. Singhateh will definitely help you. And also, we've heard him. Yes, we all want to travel. But regardless, his narration, he has tried a couple of times applying for visa. He was rejected, but he still stick to his music. And of course, today he has traveled through what his music. So you can do the same. No one is saying don't travel, but at least get a skill. Be good at that skill. Develop that skill. And when you travel, it's because of that skill. Then you're going through the right way. So we encourage you to do that. This was Generation Next. And my guest today was Singhateh, Mr. Singhateh. And thanks to my entire Generation Next team, always there, making sure that we are live. Betty, Mohammed. And to you, our beautiful audience, please, we encourage you to share. We encourage you to like our videos. And of course, until we come your way again, I was your presenter, Jennifer.
Banco yiri wande Gambia, na banco yiri wande.